Hey guys, nice to see you again. This is Fast Food World, and this is our second episode, I think, and it's a big one. I flew across the world, on the other side of the world. I'm in Chicago, back Chicago again, but I flew all the way to Japan to try my favorite food in Asia. No, my favorite food in the entire world. My favorite fast food in the entire world, I'm saying it right now, is Japanese curry. And it is freaking amazing. And don't, like, if you hear curry, don't think it's not like an Indian curry or Pakistani curry or Thai curry. It's Japanese curry, and basically it's not a curry, it's basically a gravy. It's just this thick, savory, but still somehow sweet gravy that you put on top of rice, and then put a fried cutlet on it of pork or chicken, and then put cheese and eggs and green onions and whatever you want you can put in it, and it is magical. Enough talking about how amazing Japanese curry is. I'm going to talk about my favorite Japanese curries in all of Japan. So I traveled the entire islands of Japan, from Hokkaido all the way to Okinawa down there in the south, to try curries in every single city. Every city has a different type of way they make curry and different restaurants that serve curry. So I tried basically every major city in Japan's best curry as rated on TripAdvisor and Google and Yelp and different applications, and I went to the best ones in every city, and now I'm picking my 5 favorite curries throughout all of Japan. So let's stop beating around the bush and let's get into it right now. Coming up right now, I'm going to give you my favorite top 5 Japanese curries throughout Japan. Let's get into it. So it's going to be very tough to pick my favorite curries from like 1 to 3, so I'm going to pick my favorite curries in each category of the components of curry. So the categories I'm choosing are the most popular curry that I had, the most unique tasting curry I had, the best tasting curry sauce that I had, the most filling curry meal that I had, and the best cutlet on the curry. And that basically covers all the main components of a curry, so hopefully that will make things a little bit easier to follow and for me to choose, because basically I didn't have a bad curry the whole time in Japan. I really didn't. I think the worst curry I had, I would still give it like an 8 out of 10. But I am a kind of a fanatic with Japanese curry, so that might be a little biased. Let's go to the first category, most popular curry. And I think if you know anything about Japan or curry, you know who this is going to be right away, because there's a store on every single corner in any city in Japan. It's basically the Starbucks of Japan, and it's called Koko Curry. And Koko Curry House is nice because you can customize your curry down to the last step, and a lot of places in Japan you can. So I want to stay consistent among all these reviews, so I always got a chicken katsu curry with a medium amount of rice and a medium amount of spice, and that's exactly why I ordered here at Koko, but I couldn't help myself. I had to add on of cheese, so this is extra cheesy, and it was extra delicious, and I went Koko for curry, and I highly recommend, despite that terrible pun, to choose this place as to be your intro into curry when you come to Japan, because there will probably be one right outside the airport when you step out. Alright, so let's get into the most unique curry in Japan from all the places I tried. And boy, let me tell you, this place is crazy unique for a Japanese curry. And Japanese curry is already unique for curries, so this is taking it to the next level. And it's called Curry Hampo, and it's all the way on the south side of Japan on an island called Kyushu in a city called Fukuoka. And they do it crazy unique. As you can see, they bake their curry, and it's like a 1,000-year-old recipe or something crazy like that. And it is delicious, and they serve it to you piping hot, and you have to listen to this, so I'm just gonna shut up because the ASMR is amazing. Oh my god, don't tell me you don't just want to dig into that right now. It was better, if you can believe it. It was better than it looked, and I couldn't believe it. It was really spicy, so if you ever go here, make sure not to get anything more than a medium, because it was crazy spicy with that medium sauce. But when I got the second bite with the egg and the cheese and everything in the chicken, that bite right now blew my mind. I couldn't believe how good this curry was, and it was completely different from any other curry I had, so I just didn't know what to think at this point. And this is one of my favorite curries in all of Japan, hands down. I know it's super unique, but if I had to name my top 3, I think this would be in the top 3 for sure, just of how amazing it was. And it's really surprised me because I was going there for the unique factor. But either way, it was amazing, and I literally didn't have anything left in my bowl from after that because I couldn't stop eating it. It was so good. Alright, now time for the main course, the best tasting curry in Japan. This was the toughest to choose from, but I think I picked a really good winner. It's called, I think, Oritachi no Kare, and then ramen too at the end there. I can't read some of the symbols, but it's right outside the main Namba station in Osaka, which is one of two major train stations in Osaka, so it's super easy to get to. And as in most Japanese curry places, you have to pick what you want beforehand and then go to machine and decide exactly what you want. So this is the menu from the place, and I got their standard chicken cutlet curry, medium spice, medium rice, and they added some green onions and I think an egg on top, which I kind of liked, but I didn't necessarily want. But as you can see, it was very thick. That's exactly what I like to see in a curry. It was nice, thick, brown gravy, and my first bite into it, it was amazing. It was the best curry I've ever had in my life, I think. It was perfectly sweet, perfectly rich. The rice was actually delicious, and rice is usually not good. And the green onions, scallions, or whatever you call them, with the egg on top just made it a perfect combination. So this is my hands down winner of all of Japan. My favorite curry in Japan is Oritachi no Kare in Osaka, and I highly recommend going there. As you can see, it was another empty plate special place, and the owner was really, really nice, so I highly recommend this Oritachi no Kare. So next up is the most filling curry in Japan, and this is not just the most filling but also the best value. And this place is kind of famous in Japan too. It's called Go Curry, and there's a huge monkey, so you can it's really hard to miss. This was in Shinjuku, which is right a big popular area in Tokyo. And this place is actually the only place that has locations in America. They have a couple locations in New York. So if you're ever in New York, I highly recommend going to Go Curry to get a good try of Japanese curry. So like with most places in Japan, you do your ordering through a machine, and here you can pick and choose exactly what you want. But I just went with their standard meal, which was 780 yen, which is like $7. And that's amazing value in Japan. Look at all this food you're getting. You're getting cabbage, shrimps, a chicken cutlet, eggs, links, sausage links, and everything for $7. That's an amazing price in Japan. So the value is definitely there. I was not hungry for a long time after this, but it was so delicious. They put this like barbecue sauce on it. I think they call it katsu sauce. And all together, I just took this one bite with everything. It was glorious. I mean, the sauce is so thick, exactly what I like, the savory, but still a hint of like smokiness to it, but it was so good. And the shrimp was amazing, and they put like some special mayonnaise sauce on the shrimp and stuff. That was so good. This place is definitely one of my top 3 places in Japan. And it's great they have location in New York, so you can go visit it. You don't have to fly all the way to Japan. And they give unlimited cabbage here, which some places do in Japan, and it was pretty awesome if you put that barbecue sauce on it. I ate a couple bowls of cabbage too while there, so I really recommend Go Curry. It's a great place to get your feet wet for Japanese curry. And last but not least, we have the best curry cutlet in all of Japan. And this is the cutlet meat, breaded meat on top of the curry that could be like beef, chicken, or pork. And the best, hands down best cutlet in all of Japan was Sun Curry in Hiroshima. It was this mom and pop shop, and that in my case was more of a father-daughter duo, which dished out some amazing top-notch curry in Hiroshima. And this is the menu like in almost every curry shop in Japan. There's a machine in the front, and you pick exactly what you want, and usually there's English underneath the Japanese characters, and then you print out a ticket, and you give the ticket to the person working there, and they'll serve up your curry for you. So this curry was actually really good, but it was a lot thinner than what I like, and the color was kind of different color than what I'm used to, so it was kind of off-putting. But the main star was the katsu, the chicken cutlet. It was so good. The crispiness of the outside was unparalleled. It was like Colonel's crispy to the max, and the inside was so freaking juicy too. Like, I've had some crispy, juicy combos in my day, but nothing compared to this juicy, crispy combo that I had. It was so good. I'm gonna remember it for the rest of my life. It was just the crispiness contrasting to the juiciness and just deliciousness of the perfectly seasoned meat in the inside was just amazing. But the curry was not bad too. Like I said, you can't have a bad curry really in Japan. So I highly recommend giving a try to Sun Curry if you're ever in Hiroshima. So there you have it, the best Japanese curries in all of Japan. And it literally took me 2 weeks of non-stop Japanese curry eating for like 14 straight days to find out which ones were the best. So I hope you enjoyed it, my 5 best Japanese curries. And please let me know in the comments below if I missed any Japanese curry places, because maybe even though I went to all the top places, I'm sure I missed some really good Japanese curries out there in Japan. So please subscribe and like this video and get alerted to next videos, because who knows where I'm going to be next in the world to try some amazing food throughout the world at Fast Food World. So thanks guys for watching, and see you guys next time.